What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. We had ourselves quite the day today. Several different positions that we had swung puts, shorts overnight. Absolutely fantastic. Meanwhile, some of the small mid-cap names, the high beta names, actually have themselves a pretty decent showing despite the market pullback today, which was very interesting. We got ourselves several different headlines coming from Davos, coming from Trump, coming from the administration, coming from NATO, coming from several different world leaders. A lot to cover, guys, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. The TSM puts, guys, did give us an opportunity to see another 100% trade. At the end of the day today, we actually saw the TSM puts that we swung over from last week after the earnings up 278%. The additions that we had 392%. I didn't see if they actually got to 400 or not. I wasn't watching it all day, but the TSM short positions, absolutely fantastic. I even got some TSM calls today because it was so oversold, and those popped up 15-16%. I took half of those positions before close just to be careful because of Netflix earnings and how that might affect tech. But a few different things I want to cover here to kick off the video. One is, I know we've been speaking about these 100% trades to kick off the year because the current trading environment that we're in, guys, is just simply a blessing. I'm not saying it's easy because I don't think there's a single market ever that has been an easy market. Some easier than others, but I don't think there's such thing as an easy market. The market is a difficult place to be, right? But I want to start off here and just really highlighting some of the things that I think are worthwhile looking into, okay? For one, this is overall just the value of money that people are making that they sometimes are overlooking and not really, sticking to, right? Like not really thinking about from a macro perspective. One, most people underestimate. They do not understand what $50 to $500 in a day trading really means. It's important to know it's never going to be the same amount every single day, just because that's just not realistic, right? Like you never trade and have a good day and it's like $50 on the dot, and then have a bad day and it's like negative $50 on the dot. No, you have a good day, it might be you're up 120. You have a bad day, you might be down 80. You have a bad day again, you might be down 200. You have a good day again, you might be up 600. It's not going to be the exact same every single day. That being said, this is what it looks like if you're having an average win rate of this much per day, which means you could be up 100 one day, down 50 the next, up 200 the next day, down 100 the next. What's your average over that time period, right? So if you're averaging $50 a day, that's $12,500 a year. If you're averaging $100 a day, that's $25,000 a year. If you're averaging $250 a day, that's $62,500 a year. And if you're averaging $500 a day trading, that's $125,000 a year. Now, this is not what I would describe as get rich quick, but it's just to really put into perspective, because we have so many people that trade with us every single day that have a successful trade, and they're up $50 to $500 plus in a day, right? I can give you guys examples of some of the wins we had today with our team. SMCI calls up 55%. No idea what the monetary value is with that, right? But we have $178 a con. Perfect. $178 a con, right? So let's just say this was a $78 win, right? We had ourselves 100. Okay, this is perfect. 109 is actually perfect because that's the exact value, right? Well, that's the 109%. Actually, I have no idea what the value is for that. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go to our guy Bender's play. Okay, up 30% off TSM puts, $900. Cool. $900. Let's just go to what we were looking at just now. That would be on the higher end of the 500. So that would be, I'm just going to give you guys if that was an average, right? That'd be roughly $227,700 a year. If that's the average payout, right? If that's the average profit for you per day. These are the kind of things that I think people should realize, so that when you are up this much, amount in the market, you just simply know when to say, hey, that's enough. I'm good. I'm chilling. And you're not chasing these astronomically large size gains, thinking that you need to make $10,000 in a day in order to do well for the year. It's just simply not true, right? It's just simply not true. If you go from having your normal everyday salary, which is X, and you start adding on $12,000, $25,000, $62,000 a year on top of whatever it is you're making, that may or may not be more than whatever it is you're making, but it's a great add-on. It's like giving yourself a promotion. So I just want to really highlight that and kick off the video there, because changing that mindset to me is important in regards to just retail traders and understanding that, it's just about stacking wins, right? Bit by bit by bit, stacking wins. So today we had an amazing day. We had some trades that were up significantly. We had APLD calls that were up 30%. We had shares that were up 5%. We had TSM puts that were up, 200%. We had QQQ puts that were up over 75%. Netflix was a tough one. I ended up taking, Netflix were already red. That calls for Netflix were already red. So that one was a little bit different. SMCI shares were up 3.5%. Like, we had a decent day today. But with that, I saw a position that I think I'm going to have to exit and start exiting at least and call it a quits. First things first, if you guys haven't yet, of course, smash the like button, engage the video. Welcome in for those of you guys who are watching for the first time. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. For those of you guys who want to live trade with us, guys, link in the description below, guys. 10-day free trial. The reason why it's a free trial right now is because this environment is such a freaking solid one that you can just jump in and just watch for free. You don't even have to trade with us live, but just pick up on what we're putting down and learn from several of the traders that are trading with us and how they move and what they see. And I think it'll add a lot of value to your trading journey, right? Even for those of you guys who go through a 10-day free trial, don't want to jump in right away. Just simply watching throughout this kind of environment, to me, can be very huge in regards to expediting that learning process for traders out there. So link in the description below, guys, for that. We will be live trading tomorrow in the live VC. HYMC. HYMC is something that after I averaged in for the third, fourth, or maybe even fifth time, at one point in time in 2023, I was down roughly 50%. And I've been red in this position for more time than I've been green, right? I've been pretty much red in this position here for the most part for roughly the better part of 900 days. But over the past 150 days, I've become extremely green with this position. And it was a very small part of my portfolio, but over the past 150 days here, this thing has jumped up roughly 1,200%, and I am looking to exit. Do I think HYMC can still go higher? I definitely do. I definitely think this thing can go higher. But to me, right, and a lot of people that hold these shares probably also hold shares of other meme stocks that have had some amazing rips and have just simply given them up over time. But it doesn't mean that these rips weren't amazing and life-changing. But it's at a certain point in time, you guys start making plans that kind of suit your portfolio and your position and your perspective, right? So for me, personally, I already sold some covered calls at the end of the day today for HYMC, and I'm not going to get specific with times and dates. They do have some time on them, more than 30 days. But I'm prepared to lose, half of my position if this thing does decide that it wants to pop back up, another 30, 40, 50% over the next 2-3 weeks here. Great. I'm going to be out roughly half of my position, up what I would describe as, people are saying, hey, this thing can end up being at $100. I'm thinking to myself, okay, if this thing gets to $100, let's just say HMC gets $100, I'll be up 3,000% with my shares. I'm okay with exiting my position well before that, or at least trimming my position well before that, right? I'm okay with being down to, 1/4 of my position by the time it gets towards $100, if it gets that high on this move, on this run, right? So this is just more personal than anything, just about managing, because, this win alone makes up for several different losses in regards to, names that have looked absolutely fantastic over the past few years here. And if you are currently also up 1,200 to 1,500 to 2,000%, what could you possibly be up with HYMC? You could possibly be up 2,500% at the max. Okay. If you are up anything close to 2,500 to 500% with HYMC, this is not financial advice. All I'm saying is, make sure you have a plan. Please, 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 please make sure you have a plan. Nothing about this chart or the stock itself makes me feel like it's bearish or makes me feel like there's a great reason to sell out and just never look back at this thing again. No, this is just simply managing my portfolio, managing my risk, making sure that I have absolutely zero fear in the market whatsoever, and continuously working on this trade, right? Never letting this trade get away from me. That's what this is about. So for me, selling cover calls and trimming my position are just tools that I use to make sure that I can continue to maintain my account in a very safe and well managed position. Okay, so to me, I will be exiting probably within the next 2 months, 50% of my position with HYMC. It's been an amazing trade. It's been an amazing run. And 50 to 75% of my position with HYMC. Could it go higher? Of course it could. And if it gets up to being, let's just say it gets up towards all-time highs for the stock, it gets up to be $150, I'll be okay. I'll live, right? I've exited names like CVNA before. And these names have had some absolutely crazy runs well after I've exited the position. With CVNA, I made a video here when I was trading at 12 to 13 bucks, and it went up 1,000% since then. And I exited my shares, and then went up another 200 to 300% after that. It happens. It happens, right? But there are some solid wins. They are some absolutely solid wins. Now, unlike CVNA, I will not be exiting my position in full. So I have learned my lesson from the last time, but I will still trim and manage and maintain along the way for me. All right. You guys do what is right for you always. Okay. With that, guys, we got ourselves a few other things to look over here. Okay. One, the SPY and the Qs. We covered this weekend for levels to hold. The SPY gap back down below this 687 level. It tried to get back up, couldn't quite do it. It broke back down towards 679, 676, which I highlighted for you guys on Sunday, okay? Next level down, if it cannot hold here, is back down towards roughly 665. Keep this in mind, okay? This is a key level here because this is probably where I'd look to go long for the SPY. For the Qs, same thing here, okay? I'm looking for a little bit lower. We got what I would describe as an H-like setup here. We see the Qs dip back down towards 600 to 598. I'll be looking to go long here again. Several different tech names are looking a little weak right now, but I do see some very interesting flow coming in here, looking to accumulate. And I think this market is taking a strong step back to take a strong few steps forward. I'm looking for headlines. I'm looking for confirmation, but I'm looking for some ideal entry spots here. So highlight these spots on the SPY and the Qs, and let's watch and see how price action works this week, guys. I'm going to leave things there for now. Okay, if you guys haven't done yet, of course, smash the like button, engage the video. For those of you guys who want to live trade with us live, link in the description below. Link in the description below. We will be live trading. You get a 10-day free trial if the spots are still available. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Much love. Deuces.